Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and good night, wherever you may be. Stamp collecting is fun, and it is time to look at some stamps. In particular, the German stamps that I'm gathering. DDR, I want. So, I want them in here. And I've got this bag, which I've been going through the last couple of videos, and we'll continue with those today. But before we do that, we see action from the stamp community, rushing around looking for stamps and having stamp collecting fun. And Adolf is there. He is the leader of the stamp world here, and also the odd coin is kicked around. So enough of that nonsense. And what we will do is we'll move that as well. So I've decided to tidy up a little bit. So I've got the table out and yeah. So I thought I'd get what you might call. We'll just move this to the side. We'll get out the tablecloth and make things slightly more tidy and maybe more cleaner. That's a nice stamp on paper. Frankfurt, 1955. That can go there. Yeah, so that's something a little bit different from that bag. And also 4 Flieglers. Heimliches. Houseflies. Libellen. Heimische Libellen. That's a nice little stamp sheetlet. And then we've got butterfly. Again, they're nice, but I'm not going to do anything with them at the moment. Bundes Post. That's something I don't recognise, so this looks like, to me, a modern stamp. I'm going to put that over there. Trying to avoid your reunification stamps. Bundes Posts usually do suggest West Germany rather than reunification. But can't always be sure, especially during the 90s. Flower. Hoping for some older ones. I do like the 50s and 60s ones. Again, a person stamp. A house of some description. Deutsche Bundespost. 1990. Could be 1993. That does show, doesn't it, that they would. It took a while for Deutschland to pop up rather than Bundespost. I'm going to leave that to one side. I don't like the ones with hundreds on it. They tend. Oh, look at this. So one of those. An hour and a spare. That's quite nice. We get to some older ones here. So we've got East Germany here. Yes, I may well have it. Yes. It's commonest of the commons, but it's a DDR, so I'm happy to receive one of those. Deutsche Post Berlin. Keep that out. Gefangenen. That also. What else have we got here? We've got something here. Strange. It'd be mint. No, it's not mint. It looks unusual, and it turned out to be unusual. Deutsche Demokratische Republik, so that's very nice. What sort of year? 1809 to 1847. Could this be a 1947? What could it be? I don't know. So that's interesting. So that will be worth me looking up, because the cancel is slightly odd, isn't it? 1990. just about qualifies. This, I think, doesn't. Going to keep it to one side. Mainly, though, because after 1990, I'm running out of room in the old album. Baden-Württemberg. Ooh, I do have that. When I see that, I do tend to, when I see the coat of arms, I tend to keep those out. 1975 stamp here. Deutschland Bundespost, I would say this is another 76, that one. Ooh. Flughafen, Frankfurt, airmail stamp. Actually on card, it's not a stamp as such, it's on card. Interesting nonetheless. Ter des Hommes, Deutschland. So we're well into unification Germany there. A 400 ladies. Important ladies of Germany. 400, so a later one. So that's quite nice. 1967, 76 to 67. It could be a 76 or a 67. That'd be interesting. Aha. Deutsches Bundespost Berlin, 1972, right at the height of the Cold War. That's quite nice. Tag des Briefmarke, 1972. Despite the Cold War, it was still the day of the postmark. It was the day of, for us stamp collectors, for philately. That's quite lovely. 1891 to 45. I would suggest that's a 1991. So it's celebrating the birth. Julius Leber. Got to keep that aside. I don't want to spend any time on that. And another 100 stamp. The 100 stamp I am wary of muchly. That'd be a 1990, I should think. Keep that out. A lot of these are 100 chess, maybe? Is that chess? No. Hedwig. So nice to see an older stamp popping up. 1950. So we keep that. And a 60. Another lady stamp. Christine Tausch. Yeah, so we've got that, and that as a sort of collection. Yeah. Bundespost 80, probably to squeeze that in. If that had 100 on it, it wouldn't be going anywhere near it. 1991. Very nice. Lady. Possibly 1970s. But the 100 on it makes it pretty sus. Yep, we've seen many of those. 150 years there, so I've seen a few of those. Again, this is, a cutout rather than a stamp proper. 40, which signifies the era that I want to be looking at. 140. 1993. I'm going to forego that. But again, Berlin posts. So a lot of these are from Berlin rather than Bundespost Deutschland. Deutsches Bundespost. Is that 97? 211287. Better. Again, not many East is East and West is West stamps. Not many of those. Schloss. Frau. Egyptian. No graffiti. Lady. Lady. And another lady. Lease somebody. Another small one. I think I've got that several times, but you can slip behind that one also, like a power station there. Man with a hat. I'd say 72, that one by the look of it. I'll just shuffle these around a bit maybe, and ooh, yeah. Well, it's always handy when you shuffle them around and you see a bit of nastiness going on at the back. It determines age, so that's quite sweet to find that. More nastiness here. And though not nasty as such, very common. East Germany. A machine. The rise of the machines. So we got 3 there. 3. Another of those ladies. Beautiful lady. Zeicherzollern, Dortmund, which is in Belarusia. Man with a moustache, Werner von Siemens. Probably a 92 stamp, so keep that aside, as it's the 100th anniversary of his death. We've got some older ones here. Not much time left, but nice folky one. Wohlfahrtsmarke. Schmecker. Nice Hamburg Council and a nice 1950s. And another one from the 50s. Deutsches Bundespost, 100-year Philip Rice telephone. It's got 10 on it, which suggests early. Partridges, so 1960s by the look of that. And then we got more. Another one of those. Beetle for the young'un. Keep that out. We'll have that. Keep that out. Just a couple more maybe. Nice post horn. Make that 2 nice post horns. And 80 makes 3. Yeah. And that. And 1973. So we're getting some older ones as we dig a little bit deeper. 20. I think that's about it for today. So what have we got? Well, we got some interesting stuff that has to go elsewhere. Bundes Post ones I need to sort through. I'm going to have a look at these Shield ones. East Germany, pretty poor coming out. Post reunification, no interest, and something to put back in the bag and fight another day. Talk to you soon, everyone. Have a fantastic day. The sun is just about shining, and have a great day. Stamp collecting is fun.